Hi, all my badass magical people out there. Welcome to first YouTube video. Yay! My minute on Instagram does not seem to be enough. And then I talk way too fast and don't get my thoughts clear. Excuse me. So, and I wanted to really start sharing more with you guys, and if you have questions, I wanted to hear those and maybe we can connect a little bit more. And I'm trying really hard not to say so I apologize now. It's something I'm working on. Gotta breathe instead. And it just reminds me of the last couple months, how we've been working on our perfectionism and letting that go. And by letting that go, I think that ties in with our intuition strengthening, which is very cool. Lately I've been attracting lots of virgins and people who are really new to tapping into this energy and being a little bit more on the metaphysical and spiritual side as opposed to religious side, which is very cool. So I'm going to try to keep it pretty simple, give you guys a baseline, and then we can go from there. So today's first day of Scorpio, transitioning from Libra to Scorpio, which I'm not surprised that so many people love this time of year. Libra and Scorpio are some of the lovers and the passion of the zodiac, and it's a beautiful time of year. We're all coming together. We're all really excited about the holidays and Halloween coming up. And without even noticing it, I think we also are gearing up for winter, for the yin season. And so it's not surprising that we kind of have this holiday season where we all get to overindulge and kind of gorge ourselves to fatten up, to hibernate for the winter. So really take advantage of that, so that you can really take advantage of the yin season to really, come inside a little bit, get a little bit more personal with yourself, and give yourself some time before spring comes. They're cycles, and if we really learn how to tap into the energy of these cycles, I think it can really enhance how we're all living our lives, because we're really not supposed to be just running this rat race nonstop. Our bodies and our brains aren't meant for it. We're meant to, go with the ebb and flow of life and embrace the slow times so that the fast times are even more enjoyable. So I hope that you guys are really paying attention to that. So now I'm replacing ums with so's, apparently. It is also tomorrow a full moon in Taurus. And I'm going to look at my notes here. And we've also had Venus in retrograde in Scorpio. So I've definitely had some of this energy in my world. I've noticed that maybe there was some behavior from my loved ones, not just my partner, but family and friends, that I maybe didn't feel like tolerating, and tried to address that in the strongest, calmest way possible. I don't know if my mother would agree, but that's okay. And then I don't know if this has also happened, that maybe a friend or a partner all of a sudden pointed out that they didn't like something or a behavior that you were displaying, and something that you've always done, and all of a sudden they're like, hey, I don't like that. I'm like, well, F you. That's not a thing. And then maybe think about it and you're like, that's a thing, and I get why you don't like it, and I'm sorry, I'm human. So all these lessons lately to, I think, really, it's really forcing, I mean, I notice so many people, our patience is getting tested. The universe wants us to slow down. And also, we're really having to practice forgiveness, and most importantly, forgiveness of ourselves. I've learned that I've done so much forgiveness work on my own because life, and I noticed that when I started forgiving myself more for things, it was easier to then forgive others. So really practice that, you guys, in this coming up season. Especially letting go of that perfectionism. A big part of that is forgetting yourself. Just give yourself a break, and that energy keeps, all these things keep coming up this year, right? So many readings are let go of perfectionism, get out of your head, follow what your heart and your soul is telling you to do. Get in touch with your intuition. Take care of yourself. Please take care of yourself. Give yourself that time and space to do that. You deserve to have the life that you want and to feel the way that you want to feel. And it's also, the work never really ends. That's what we're here to do. We're here to do the work. So give yourself time, because it's not really going anywhere. So what's your hurry? So then we also have the full moon in Taurus coming up. And so this is a really great time to, again, get grounded, really get grounded and centered so that you can enter the holiday season feeling good about yourself and feeling like you're not going to be running ragged. Sorry. I recently, in my newsletter, which I will put my link for that below if you want to sign up for my quarterly seasonal newsletter. I usually try to release them right around the seasons changing, around the equinoxes and the solstice. And this last one, especially going into the holidays, I've touched on not doing things that you feel like you have to do that are going to make your holidays more stressful than enjoyable. And I really implore you to try to do that. Let go of something that you hate doing or that you feel obligated to doing that you just don't enjoy, whether that be family or work. There's probably something that you can let go and stop doing that is wasting your time and energy, that really isn't that a big deal in the long run if you just stop doing it. And then you give yourself time and space for yourself, for maybe something that you've always wanted to do, something, maybe there's so much going on right now. So make sure you're really conscious of that. It's not just, especially for women, talk to my ladies, we tend to just take care of everybody else and make sure everybody else is having a good holiday and a good time. And it's not just their holiday, it's your holiday too. So give yourself a present, give yourself something. So look at my notes here. Said that cool. So let's pull some cards. I'm using Radley Valentine's Angel Tarot. I've been reading his new book about being your own genie, and it's been really uplifting. And I've been reading in his book, and other people have been coming to me that we talk about seeing signs from the universe or source or God or the angels or your spirit guides or whoever your higher power is. That's your higher power, baby. You own it. And I'm not going to argue with who you were praying to. I think just having faith in something outside of ourselves is important. So let's pull some cards here for our full moon. I shuffled a little bit before, so let's see. So I really want, this is just general. This is general based on the energy. And if something totally hits for you and relates, you're like, take that message. It's yours. If you're like, oh, that's not happening to me right now, or you don't agree with something, it's not your message, and it's okay. So you don't even have to hold on to that. You don't even have to remember it or think about it ever again. So for our full moon in Taurus, we're grounding and centering, and then we want to take advantage of this energy in general. And I continually find, by doing all of this, ways to grow and learn and evolve, and I think that's probably one of the most important things that we're here to do. So first question, how can we get the most out of this energy? The Hermit. Perfect. Archangel Raziel. Spend time in quiet meditation, spiritual teaching, self-discovery. So I don't know if I really have to explain that much for this. I mean, you know, I still encourage you, it's the holidays, to participate, and you know, we all have family obligations that we have to do, even though do that one thing or don't do that one thing. But the Hermit, make sure when you have the slow time, take advantage of it. You need it. You need to recharge your batteries any minute that you can, please. So the Hermit, definitely keep him around you. I love that it's Archangel Raziel. He will help you when you do have those moments. You take advantage of them. Make sure that you're having some quiet and some peace, or just a minute to do something for yourself. Reading, taking a bath, do something. Take advantage of it. Perfect. We're starting off perfect. Okay. Let's do next. What can we all do to get grounded during this full moon cycle in the season? We're doing so much good stuff. The moon, and this is so cool because the Hermit was 9, the moon is 18. I love when all of our numbers match up. And the moon is represented by Archangel Haniel. Important psychic insights, events behind the scenes, release fears that hold you back. So again, this it always ties in. So this definitely ties in with our Hermit. The Hermit is, you know, that time that we need to put for ourselves, because we need it to get grounded. The moon is all about hidden things within ourselves and getting in touch with those deeper parts of us, so that, because getting to know ourselves and figuring out what works for us and what doesn't is how we create our world to be what we deserve it to be. And the Hermit and the moon, you take advantage of those times to yourself to really nurture you, get in touch with you, and those deeper parts of you is how you are going to stay grounded, to be with yourself while everything's going crazy around you. You are the eye of your own storm. So my phone would stop shutting down, and now it's not reading my fingerprint. Okay. Moving on. How can we find peace for ourselves during this season? 7 of Water, which is the 7 of Cups in traditional tarot. A complex decision, the need to research, stop procrastinating. And honestly, like, the first thing before I even read the little description, the 7 of Cups to me is all about choices. And depending on how it comes up, you either need to broaden your choices, narrow your choices, remember that you have choices. I think, again, this ties into what we're saying with Here's all the things that you have to do or could do for this season and this cycle, and what are you going to choose to make you the most happy? It's that simple. It's your choice. You have all the choices. You don't, if you don't like this choice over here, you get this one over here. It's about saying no when it's going to waste your time and energy, and saying yes to those things that are going to fill you up with vibrancy. I love this. Next, what can we do to stay present? Do you see a theme here? It's all about being grounded. Scorpio energy really gets us all riled up in this good, cool, fun, passionate way. I mean, I'm a Scorpio, so I love it. But I love the Taurus full moon during this time too. I feel like that when we're grounded, we can enjoy the action so much more. And I think it's so interesting that most of our full moons this year have been right at the beginning of every sign season. So it's very cool to start out with this opposing energy that's meant to balance us out. This is all about finding the balance. So moving on to how can we stay present, which is all connected. What do we have? Oh, the 8 of air, which is the 8 of swords, which is perfect to go with our 7 of water, because the 8 of swords, again, is all about choices. And the 8 of air, with our beautiful unicorns, is an illusion of being trapped, a lack of self-confidence, afraid to take action. Hello. You can either make the choices that make you happy, or you can continue to stick yourself in obligations that don't really matter. Okay? I did this last year. I chose to not do any of my family's holiday stuff last year. I did everything with my boyfriend's family. I got some guilt at the time. Sure did. And everyone missed me, which was great. But I needed that. I needed a break. I needed to be with him, with my favorite, my number one, and be in an environment that was new and different. And my family got, at the time they guilt you, but they get over it. My family's so over it. They're like, oh yeah, you weren't there last year. Oh, well, you're going to be there this year. If not, that's okay. Like, I'm like, hey, now you don't even care if I'm there. But it's okay. Like, you make the choices that are so that you look back and enjoy your holidays. Don't be bound by this illusion that you're stuck continuing to do the things that drain you and make you dread the holidays. Please, for us, for your family, it's a ripple effect. It really is. It's a ripple effect. If you are feeling better and doing better, everybody around you does better. I promise. It's amazing. I didn't realize how many questions I wrote on this, and then I'm just talking. And so, all right, I'm doing great. This is awesome. So last but not least, what will our biggest strength be for this cycle and season? What will our biggest strength be? Oh, we're getting a lot of major arcana, y'all. Like, there's big things happening in our world. I know it's hard, and I know everyone's on a roller coaster right now, and there's big things happening for people, and some of it's scary and some of it's sad. They're all lessons, there's really, in the grand scheme of things, there's no good or bad. They're just lessons. Good and bad is a human construct. The spirit world doesn't see good and bad. They don't judge you. They're just here to guide us and love us. We're here to enhance our souls and to learn these lessons. So don't fight it. Don't fight it. I'm guilty of it too. We're all human. But the more we resist, the harder it will be. So what will our biggest strength be? We have number 10, the wheel. And Off the top of my head, I can't remember what the wheel is in traditional tarot. A time of positive change, a situation suddenly moves forward, fortune on your side. Oh, it's the Wheel of Fortune. Duh. And this is very nice because we also have had Jupiter in Scorpio for the last year, and it's going to go into Sagittarius on November 8th. It's my birthday, if you want to drop me a line. Which I'm also happy about it going to Sag because I'm a Sag rising. So Jupiter has been with me for a while, and it's the planet of luck, which is that card, Wheel of Fortune. Again, our biggest strength is to lean into the changes, make changes for the better. Do not resist. Karma is a bitch. That's what it is. It smacks you in the face. You want to answer the callings. You want to answer the guide. You want to follow the guide of the universe when it's whispering or just talking to you. Do not wait until it is knocking down your door, because that's when things get really bad, okay? So, biggest strength. This is perfect. The wheel. Archangel Michael. I love Michael. He's the protector. He's the power of God. He is the archangel. He's the man. Or the non-binary spirit. Spirits don't really have male or female. Well, angels don't anyway. So yeah, the fortune's on our side. You gotta just lean into it. Just go with it. I promise. It'll get there. Don't let your fear hold you back. We've been talking about this so much. The fear is your ego. Your intuition is connected to your soul. That is the truth. Okay. Oh, and I just saw 222, and we're on the right path, baby. We're on the right path. Oh, we're doing so cool. Okay. So I also wanted to see what our weakness could possibly be. And this is very interesting because we have the world, which the world is the world is the world. The world is all, this is the last card in the major arcana. This is things coming full circle. So in terms of a weakness, if we're talking about the terms of weakness, it's the bracing up, or almost, you know what it is? It's expecting there to be an end, a destination. There, it's very cheesy and cliche, but it's true. It's a journey. It just is. It's a journey. There's no true end. The end is death. The end is us moving on to the spirit world. So be aware of that. What comes up with this kind of thought pattern is, I need to be watching the time. Okay, good. What comes up with this thought pattern is that, I will be happy when, I will be happy if I get this thing, I will be happy when I reach this thing. And we're all guilty of it. I got my own stuff. Mine is hugely around money. I'll be happy when I make this amount of money. You know what I mean? But I always remember that Jim Carrey quote that it is, he said, I wish everyone could be rich and famous so that they see that that's not the answer. So there's so much more important things in life. The world in the positive sense, because these cards are all, I love the Angel Tarot, they're all very positive. They take the scariness out of tarot. That's why I thought it was a good thing to do right now. And I've been reading a lot about our angels and archangels, because technically I'm a pagan, but the more I read about all of spirituality and religion, it's probably a good chance that it all exists somewhere, I think it's all very personal and relative. And if you find something that works for you, fucking awesome. Cool. So the world is, again, Archangel Michael. So he's here. It's, how great is it that we got Michael for our strength and our weakness, because he is literally the one to call when you need strength and support. He is there to comfort you and to hold you up and to be that that energy for you when we all need help sometimes, you know? And if you're having a hard time figuring out some sort of physical material help in this world, you don't have anywhere else to turn but spiritual help. So Michael is a great one. I talk to Michael all the time. That we live in a hard world, and I like the strength that he brings. So he's a job well done, joy, contentment, and gratitude, the path toward enlightenment. And the thing about the world and the thing about major arcana in tarot is that once you're done in the world, you start all over again. It ends and then it begins. You know, it's all circle. And we have our full circles here. We have our wheel circle. There's a world circle. See how those go great together? We have to recognize it's a circle. It's a cycle. We're all in this together. So cut yourself a break. Forgive yourself so you can forgive those around you. This is very cool. Okay, last but not least, just my camera. Oh, perfect. That worked out perfect. I thought about pulling the oracle card. I think we will. I almost didn't, and I love these. These are, I'll put all this stuff down below. This is the Mystical Shaman Oracle. I know it's reversed for you. By Colette Baron Reed and two other authors that I've never heard of before this, but so these are very cool, especially when that was weird. There's no reverse on these, so I gotta make sure they're up. Okay, so I love oracle cards because it just kind of just wrap up the reading in a really beautiful way. Sometimes I'm not as I used to know words too, see, sometimes I'm not as that word that means beautiful with your words. I'll think of it later. I'll think of it in my car later, driving to work. Sometimes I'm not that. So sometimes these are just beautiful. Okay. Ooh, mini paths. Hello. All about your choices. All about your choices. And whether you're your ego choices or your soul choices. It's all about you, okay? And not letting other people dictate it. Let's read what the book says. It always syncs up. Okay. And all paths lead to spirit. Because we are spirit. That's why. You know that? Because we are that. It is us. You know, I have a hard time with some of these religions that are so fear-based and make you feel like you are less than your higher power. And you are not less than your higher power. You are one with it. Okay? That's why we are connected. That's why we need to be connected so much more. Because there's so much more than this. This is a game. We all signed up for this. And we can do more discussions and videos about that later. And if you guys want to know more about that or talk about it, I'm totally down. Okay, the essence of many paths. All paths lead to spirit. What you bring to your journey is what will determine if yours is a path of suffering, a path of wisdom, a path of bliss, or a path of loss. Consider the traveler who met two stonemasons. He asks one what he is doing. The stonemason replies, I am squaring out this stone. He asks the other, who is doing the exact same thing, and gets the reply, I am building a cathedral. One man has a job, the other man has found his work and calling. He is part of an endeavor much greater than himself. Be sure to pick a path with a heart. And I keep talking about this, I love it. Your call now is to, and I'm working on this for myself all the time, because we also have to function in modern society, so it's hard to find that balance. Your call now is to take a big, bold step and leave the beaten path. Heaven and earth are conspiring on your behalf to support you in this move. Do not dally lest you miss the moment. It's time to sail into the uncharted. Be sure you attend to both your path through this earth as well as your journey through the stars. We're just on a big planet traveling through the space. The medicine of many paths. You have outgrown your current situation, risk losing your way in your own backyard. You're being called to step out of your comfort zone. So much change going on right now. We cannot be complacent anymore. This is why there's so much upheaval in our world right now. The energy is primed for it. There cannot be change without a fire, unfortunately. But we can choose to make some of that change easier if we stop resisting so much. Respond now while the call is still a gentle whisper. Did I not say that earlier? This is real time, people. Did I not say that earlier? Hello. Even though the woods look thick and impenetrable, venture in and let nature guide your steps through the dark until you reach your destination. Remember, if you do not know where you're going, any path will take you there. Any path will take you there. It's a journey. Hello, it's a journey. So, I hope you guys are enjoying yours, and I hope that there's some days you're not enjoying it. I think that's part of it too, where it's, unfortunately, we can't be happy all the time, but damn it if we can't try. So make sure you're learning from the times that aren't so enjoyable. I appreciate all of you, and I look forward to doing more of this stuff. You can also contact me for full personal readings. I hope this gave you guys a great kind of intro into what I'm doing and shows you how cool it can be. So I'll see you next time. Okay, bye.